Good morning.
Good morning. Tell me all the winning.
There actually has been quite a bit of winning.
Yeah.
I have a webinar today,
Oh, nice.
and which is usually a final appointment. It is a PCS lead. So I have a really great chance of getting that, which that's where we're at. One PCS lead between now and the time we're finished, and we met all of our goals. I also have a webinar, which again, second appointment on Thursday for a PCS lead. Um, so two possible new sales this week of the right kind of business. I have a follow up on Friday, non PCS, but I'll get an answer from her on if she wants to move forward as well. Um, so more winning there. And then what else? Um, I talked to there's one account who basically said, I'm giving you the credit card. But the guy who said he was giving me the credit card is the office manager, not the guy who has the
Hmm.
credit card. I didn't get that credit card. I walked in yesterday. I could tell this guy's old school and like although he chose someone else last time,
Right.
they're actively looking right now, and he likes the fact that I've really been working for his business. And
Right.
so he's like, you know what, come back on Monday and we'll see what we got. He's like, I'm going to choose someone. I just need to make sure this time I make the right choice. And I'm like, well, I am the right choice. But so that is another PCS, and that one would be a $5,000 a month client. So three opportunities now for PCS. Um, Yesterday, I went and saw one of my AC accounts. He has three other businesses. Two of those are PCS leads as well. And he's like, hey, Melissa, before you come see me today, I need proposals for all three. And I'm like, very well. And
So you see
so
him today.
no, I saw him yesterday.
Okay.
I gave him the proposals. I've already been working with him for months now,
Right.
with
Right.
one of his other businesses, but the other businesses he has partners with. And so his
Okay.
partner has been slowing down the process because he just wants to give it all to me already.
Right.
But because I've been meeting with him every month I go in and I do something new for them. I like create some sort of campaign. I do like some sort of changes on this website. And when I tell him, why are we making updates? And he goes, because Google likes it. Like he's using my own lyrics now. And
Yep.
so last time they met with their marketer, he asked him a whole bunch of questions that I've trained him along the way, not by saying, hey, you should ask him about this, but because these are things I bring up to him. So I
Right.
educate as I go. And the guy couldn't answer a single question. And so
Yeah.
the
Isn't it
partner,
amazing what people charge to not be able to do a job and people just get away with it?
yes, and they're not helping them. And they're in three super competitive some of the most competitive industries in Florida:
Mm.
restoration, plumbing, and septic. So you need pretty high budgets for these things.
Right.
And you can't just halfway do it or it's
Right.
not going to make an impact. So he's now asking this guy questions that he knows I already tell him for his other business. And the
Yep.
guy can't answer any of the questions. And so his partner was like, look, if we can't get this sorted by the end of the month, we've got to move forward with someone else, me. And so he's like, give me the budgets, walk me through them so I can explain it to him. And he's like, if you have not heard from me by the third, that's our deadline, and give me a call. And then we even um, preemptively came up with a plan. I'm like, look, if we're going to do all three companies, we'll do the onboarding once a week until we get all of them done. I did that for two reasons. One, I don't want them to be overwhelmed. It's three
Hmm.
different businesses where we have to have a 2 hour conversation about it for the
Right.
consultation. But two, because if we get started with that the second week in July, it's going to push at least one of those sales to August,
Which is a
and
new
which
quarter.
will keep me on premium through September, October, November. And then I'm making maximum pay all the way through November. And somewhere between these sales, I need one more sale before by December. And then I'll be moving into full-time management anyway.
Dude,
So
that's like my brain is blown up. I love the
yeah,
winning everywhere.
winning everywhere. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible PCS that have indicated in every way possible that they are all yeses. And I need one of those 6, 75% for sure yeses.
It's crazy.
And that doesn't count the fact that I also have, oh, I already sold that one, so I can mark that one off. I also have about 3 other right now, follow-ups to do on other potential sales that aren't PCS, but still give me dollars and
Right.
help me get paid more, that I'm following up with over the next couple of weeks. So honestly, I don't think I could be in a better position.
No.
Um,
I mean, the math is mathing for you.
I mean, you can't exactly. The math is mathing. And then literally, if I just put a couple of hours, even if I only, out of the 6 opportunities, if I only sold 2 of them, I still would be in such a good position. I'd be in premium for 3 months. And I would only over those 3 months need one more sale. So if I put just a couple of hours a week towards prospecting seriously, there's no way I'll get behind again.
Yeah.
So winning, winning, winning. I did a ride along yesterday with a girl that I am hiring. She still has to get through a final interview with one of my peers, but it's really a formality. So that'll be 4.
Okay.
And once I get to 5, then I could start making the decision to transition. But I'm winning so much that I want to stay in this position to the end of the year because I think I'll win the trip and be at the top of the leaderboard.
You may as well go on the trip and stuff.
Yeah, so I might as well just wait till the end of the year before making the transition, which is kind of what I want to do. And then what other thing? Oh, my sales conference last week.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you this because I know you get in front of a lot of people. If you know someone who can sell or who just has drive to get up and work every day, by November, all over the United States, we will be hiring 100 people a month.
Oh, wow.
100 people a month. Right now, we have 600 sales reps. In the next 5 years, we want to ramp up to 1,800.
Wow. Now, is that location specific?
All over the United States, anywhere we have gaps. And we'll probably find a spot for you if you're interested and you're the right fit.
Okay.
And it's all 6-figure jobs. So we're hiring 100 people a month for 6-figure potential jobs. And the thing about it, though, is we know our biggest turnover is at 3 months and 6 months.
Right.
And it's because they thought they could do it, but they don't want to get up every day and do it. But if they're willing to get up and do it every day, if they make it past the 6-month mark, just like everything, it's a numbers game. If you get up, you make the calls, you do the drop-ins, you'll get the appointments, you will close them. It's numbers. But not everyone will get up every day after being told no 50 times yesterday.
Right, and go do the work.
Yep. But if there is anyone
gonna keep my brain open. Is that the numbers that you have to hit? Is that you do your numbers, so you essentially pick your hours based on how you're setting appointments?
I mean, in the beginning, especially the first 6 months, this is not a job you can kind of coast through.
Right.
I say the training this is what I literally say in my interviews. The training is 3 weeks of hell. It's only going to be 40 hours a week, but you're going to be so overwhelmed. And if you're not overwhelmed, you're not doing it right.
Right.
After that, it's basically a 40 an hour a week job. If you do 40 hours a week in the beginning while you're trying to learn the systems, you'll be mediocre.
Right.
So it's going to take some prep and planning every
Right.
evening. And then all of a sudden, and you're going to feel like you're an imposter. You're going to be faking.
Yeah, totally.
You're going to be saying words out loud that you don't understand.
Yep.
But if you follow the system, you will be successful. And somewhere around the 6-month mark, you're going to wake up one day and you're going to be like, oh my God, it is getting easier. And I do know what I'm talking about. But until then, like, put your head down.
Yeah.
You're going to work some late nights. You may even work some hours on the weekend. You got to suffer through that to get to the place where then you are making your own hours because you've gotten better along the way. And then it's taking you less
time to do the things you need.
Yeah.
Well, and then you're also partially deciding like what it is you're trying to get out of it, right? Like you're looking for top dollar. Some people be like, oh shoot, I don't need top dollar. I just need some dollar.
Yeah. Like our goal is only 2 sales a month. If you're getting those 2 sales a month, you're going to make 6 figures. Our CEO likes to say, you work like 2 people, we'll pay you like 2 people. We have people who are sales reps that are making $500,000. Not exactly, 450,000 a year.
Yeah, close to half.
Close to half, not quite there. And we expect that number to go up substantially because the different products that we're adding, especially ones that integrate AI and stuff that other companies just aren't doing yet, like our prices are going to be more. So it's going to be easier to get those extra dollars, which means your commissions were like.
So you're really looking more for salespeople, and then you guys are going to teach the other stuff.
I don't even need a sales. I need someone who will get up and work every day that has the right attitude. The hardest door to swing every day is your own. Like who will pick up the phone and make the phone calls, who will walk out and walk into the businesses. I will teach everything else. I'm freaking hiring a band teacher.
Yeah. Well, I have my partner's son works for Vivint Home Securities. And I mean, I've been trying to get him out of there for, since I've known him.
He's doing door-to-door sales residentially. If you can do that, you can do this.
Well, and that's why I told him, I'm like, you need to take what you've learned there and like go somewhere. I mean, they drop him off. He's in, I think, Michigan right now for like 3 to 6 months, just door knocking. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like the skills that you've learned, because he's super personable. He's like, I met him and I was like, oh yeah, you are definitely a sales guy. Just super smooth, super easy, like very personable. I mean, I don't know that he'd hustle the way he needs to. He does the door knocking, but I don't know. But I'm definitely be like, hey dude, you got to think about this because
so this is my personal link. It shows all the open jobs in America, and I'll get credit for it as a referral too. Yeah. So like if you want to do a social media post about it or whatever, say if you're interested in a real opportunity. Also, if you go to my LinkedIn, they actually made me into their recruiting video.
Oh, nice.
So my video is on LinkedIn, and you can also share that because it literally says why I work at Hibu and what makes it a great place to work. And it also has that same link. But if you look at that, if they fill that out, they're going to see all the job openings.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. Because I'm trying to think who else I know here.
And I'm actively hiring in the Orlando area, and we're hiring throughout Florida, so it doesn't even have to be in Orlando. For me, it's Orlando, but there's a Tampa manager, there's a Sarasota manager, there's a South Florida manager.
Indiana. He's in Indiana right now.
Yeah.
So I'll play around. But I'll definitely be thinking, and knowing that that's going to be an ongoing. Somebody doesn't need to decide like right now. Oh my God, I need to do this right now.
Like he can literally apply whenever.
Yep.
And we're ramping up now. We're not ramping down. We're ramping up. We're trying to go from 600 to 1,800 within 5 years, knowing that we lose 20% every month.
Yeah.
So that's a lot.
That's
But
awesome. Yeah, I will definitely keep that in mind, and keep my brain thinking for sure.
and
Um,
anyone you refer, like they pay me, unless I'm referring to my own area,
right,
which,
right.
but anyone else, I get paid $2,000 every time I refer someone and they get hired.
Same.
So, I mean, that's how actively recruiting they are because they know a referral from another employee is so much stronger
Well, yeah, because
than,
you're also like giving them the heads up, like this is what you're gonna do. Like this is the reality of it. Because you
yeah.
don't want somebody blindsided and then they quit.
Yeah, even like my husband recruits for me all the time because one of his friends will say something about a job and he'll say, call my wife. And
Yeah,
sometimes by the time I'm done talking to them, like the last guy he sent me, he's got two young boys.
yeah,
Um, and I'm like, look, how much time do you spend with your kids right now? And I'm like, I can't legally say this on a real interview, but you're a friend. So, and he's like, well, I'm involved in everything. I'm like, forget that for 6 months.
yeah.
Like, I'm very straightforward on this is what it takes to succeed past 6 months,
Right.
and this is what it takes to succeed long term. But if you have it in you, it's a fabulous career. And because they're hiring so many sales reps and they promote within, literally you get your first three sales and you can do almost any job. You can write your own golden ticket for whatever type of management, training,
Right.
operations, whatever job you want. I've gotten four promotions or two promotions and four raises in, well, in 10 months. I got
That's
two
crazy.
promotions and four raises because they need, it's the only job I've ever worked at where we sit you down after you've got a sale or two and said, what do you want to do next? And if you say, I want your job, I say, great, let me tell you how to get it. And
Yeah.
then I go to my boss and say, she wants my job. This is what I want. And he goes to his boss and says, so and so wants Melissa's job. Melissa wants this job. What do we got to do to make that happen? And I've
That's
never seen
awesome.
anything like that before.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I will definitely keep that in mind. Now tell me, the last time we talked, you had your new people were starting to get sales. Where are they in
Not
that
sales,
process?
but appointments.
I'm sorry, appointment.
All doing great. My third person came out of training on, well, yesterday, on Monday. She already has appointments. And like I said, I think I'm waiting on her to get a final interview from someone else, but it looks like I'm hiring a band teacher. But she's got I don't care that she's a band teacher. I care that she says she'll get up and she'll do it every day
Yeah.
enthusiastically.
Yeah.
Um, so that should be the fourth. And that actually puts me ahead of schedule because
That's crazy.
right now I'm supposed to be, I've got it written somewhere. For July, I'm supposed to be at 3, which I am. I don't need to be at 4 to stay on target till September. So if I hire
Hmm.
her, I'm good until November, which is when they wanted me to hire my fifth. So all on target for that side of the business. There is a contest going on right now, and even without my reps making sales right now, I'm number one. So, and that's just from my sales, not even my team sales.
That's
So
amazing.
all the winning, like I couldn't be happier right now. Everything's going smooth with the vending machine company so far. Um, my husband started his ride alongs this week so we could start getting more information, finding out where all the locations are and everything. And then that's when my job starts is analyzing all of the information, getting it all in a system to where we can track.
Yeah.
Um, but everything's just like it's weird because like I totally give you credit that you kicked my butt into gear.
But didn't
And
do
I don't
anything.
know if it was me kicking my own butt into gear, but needing someone to talk through it with,
Yeah. That's all it
or
was. I did literally listen to you and said, do your stuff that you know you need to do.
get your shit done. Yeah.
Well, and some of it is just you needed to just process out loud.
Yeah. And I didn't have anyone to do that with. And
Yeah.
so this has made all the difference for me. And like, we're going to work together in the future for sure.
Well, yeah,
Um,
because you're gonna write a book and
especially
stuff.
it's exactly because I'm going to write several books and stuff. Um, like we're about, I honestly, I don't even know how my life has gotten where it's at. My, this is sad, but my neighbor died.
Oh,
Um, we live down a dirt road. Down that dirt road, there are one, two, three, four, five houses. Two of the houses are ours. So we have three neighbors. We're going to buy that third house because our goal long term is to eventually have all five of these houses and basically have a family compound. Our houses, just our two, are on 3 acres. His is another acre and a half. So we'll own half the street. And
that's
it's
crazy.
because we have other rentals. My daughter's living in a rental. She's
Right.
pregnant. We're going to sell the rental she's living in to buy this house to where she can walk to us
Yeah.
for a babysitter. And we're able to employ her at the vending machine company. So
Yeah.
we're really building this full on family legacy. And it's honestly hard to talk to anyone about it and not sound like I'm bragging, but you're my coach. I'm supposed to tell you these things.
Yeah.
um,
It's
but
amazing.
last night we're literally buying a $500,000 business and we're about to buy almost a $500,000 house. And all we had to do is move a couple things around. Like,
Yeah.
who can say that? Not many people, I don't think.
No, not at all. Well, and it's funny, my mother-in-law sent my fiance a reel the other day. I don't know if it was a reel or a video. Same difference these days. And it was like a vending machine thing. And it was like basically talking about, vending machine business stuff. And I was like, my client's doing like that, like real time. Like I was like, she just like bought a whole business. I think this was like talking about like owning a couple machines, whatever.
Yes, we're buying 120. Like,
Yeah, I was like, oh no, like she's doing this for real. And then she's gonna write the book, so we can just wait.
yeah.
But yeah, no,
Exactly.
that's insane.
Yeah. So like I
I love the
never
winning.
literally like I haven't told you my background, but one, I grew up in an abusive household. I'm talking about in the trailer park
Yeah.
with most days we didn't have enough food.
Mm.
And it's my mindset that not only got me out, but made me, I won't live like this. And I'm honestly, a lot of my success is due to spite. And I don't know how else to say it or how to sugarcoat it, but
You know,
I win to spite anyone
hmm
around me who tried to tell me I couldn't.
yeah. You need that like dark side. Do you listen to Andy Frisella at all? Are you
Mm-mm.
familiar with him? So he's the guy that he created 75 Hard. Are you familiar with 75 Hard? That insane. Um,
Mm-mm.
so it's like a mental performance program. Um, a lot of people think of it as a workout program because in it there's 6 tasks that you do every day. You do it 75 days in a row. If you miss one
You
of
start
the,
over.
you have to start over. But some of them are super simple. You have to take a picture of yourself every day, right? You got to do your selfie every day. You have to drink a gallon of water every day. You have to do 2 workouts a day for at least 45 minutes, but one of them has to be outside.
It's
Um,
building habits.
yeah, you have to read 10 pages a day. And then you have to follow a diet of some kind. Like you get to choose, but you can't have alcohol, right? And it's a 75-day. Now, when people do it, they freaking get ripped. So a lot of people would mistake it as like a fitness program because you're working out twice a day and you're following a diet and you're drinking all this water. Hell yeah, you're getting ripped. Um,
Yeah.
but he's also the guy that founded First Form, which is like a supplement company. He's like super billionaire guy now. But a lot of what he talks about is, and he is like straightforward. I love listening to his stuff. He, but he curses like it's an art form. I mean, his use of the F word is amazing.
Yeah.
But he talks about like, yeah, sure, you want to do stuff to, prove yourself right. He's like, but you need that dark chip on your shoulder sometimes. Like
I
you need
really
the
think that. That's where a lot of
despite.
my success
Yeah,
came from, is because I was like, I'm not living like this. I'm not going to be like them. They're drug
hmm
addicts. And they were successful too.
right,
My father was and I say was because not many drug addicts live past 40. So
right.
was for both of them. But my mother was a registered nurse with a specialty in IV therapy. Go figure, as a drug addict. But and then my father was a foreman for a roofing company. He could
Yeah,
literally build anything. And so at the older I got, when I realized how much they were making and realized that at 16, I was the one putting food in the refrigerator, like
yeah,
it made me so bitter towards them and bitter towards their lifestyle that I just couldn't handle it. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. And
yeah.
I had two sisters. One of them took their road and one of them took my road. And she also has her own business, very successful, and
That's
does
awesome.
everything right. So you just never know where it's going to go. But like, I didn't look to buy a house and a new business this year, but I keep my eyes and ears open for opportunities, and we save
Yeah,
more than we make. So if something does come up, we're
yeah,
ready for it.
yeah,
And because we've done that, we don't let opportunities pass us by. Now, do we look at an opportunity and somewhere through the process decide, yeah, that's not a good fit for one reason or another?
hmm
Absolutely, all the time. But if we weren't open to the opportunity in the first place, we'd never get anywhere.
yeah. Well, and I love that, and I love that you said you're always looking for the opportunity. I wanted to share a slide real quick that I use in like most of my trainings. I don't think I used it. Did I use the opportunity slide when you heard me speak?
No, well, show it to me and I'll tell you.
Um, I got to pull one up. Did I do it at this training? I had to figure out like where was the most recent. All right. So, well, I'm going to show you the whole slide. It's done in a shoot. Ah. So when I do the slide, it comes up. It's first just the top line shows up. And
Mm-hmm.
so I ask people before I flip the slide, like, hey, I want you to shout out loud what the phrase is as soon as you see it. So you get half the people they're like, opportunity is nowhere. Half the people say opportunity is now here, right? And you're like,
Yeah.
wait, what did you hear? And like the whole point is, technically neither is wrong, right?
Yeah.
It's the same word, or it's the same letter, same order. It's just how you break it up and what you're looking for. And I use this for several different points, but one of the points that I make is you see what you're looking for. You
Yeah.
interpret things based on your perspectives, and we get our perspectives from things we know, things we've learned, things we understand, things that we're looking for. And I often say, regardless of where you fall politically, this is
Mm-hmm.
literally what we see in elections. Everybody sees the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
Yet you
And
get two
we
different
also
interpretations.
get what we're open to. And like
Yeah,
back to mindset. Like
yeah,
if you're telling yourself that you're a loser and you're never going to amount to anything, well, guess what you just did
you,
to yourself?
yeah. You set
If you
yourself
tell
up.
yourself, I'm open to opportunity, bring opportunities my way, I'll figure out the money if it makes sense. Like
Right.
I don't have the money to buy a business and a freaking $500,000 house this year. I don't. But did for the for weeks before we decided to say yes to the vending machine business, did we figure it out? Yes. And then
Yeah.
it took all of our capital. And then somehow a few weeks later, now we're getting ready to do this big purchase. And we've been talking about that for a week now. And we're like, how do we make that work? We just spent all of our money over here. So what do we do?
Yeah.
And just through talking about it and talking about, we'd really like it to happen because it'll bring my daughter closer, but does it make sense? We can't
hmm
let emotion
Right.
rule our decision, but I'd really like to do it. So let's try to figure it out. And last night, an epiphany came. He's like, why don't we sell the house she's in now? Bam.
Yeah. That's great. Well, and it's that same idea. Like the more you look for the opportunities, the more you see them. It's why affirmations work, and people like don't understand. It's not that the affirmations are magical, but the more you tell yourself something, the more your brain is subconsciously looking for those things to
For ways
happen.
to do it.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, and that's why we always start with wins. Like the more you're hunting for wins, the more you start seeing wins, the more wins you get. You're
Yeah.
like,
You definitely brainwashed me with that one, but
it seems so ridiculous, but like the more you like, even when they're small, you're like, oh yeah, I'm winning. Oh wait, now I'm really winning. Oh wait, I'm winning all over the place. Love it.
Yeah, I'm literally writing down the wins to where I have to look at them every day too now. So
Yeah.
that's made it different. Obviously, it's 9:30.
Yeah.
Can we push our next week's meeting to 10 by any chance?
Yes. Let me pull this up. So, um, do I have you already on the schedule? Hold on.
I
I don't
have
think
you on the schedule for Tuesday at 9, but I'd like to push it to, but I had that like as a recurring.
oh, okay, let me see. I have an in-person meeting at 10.
Hey, Brian, give me 2 seconds, okay?
So
What about Thursday?
the third,
Hmm.
I can do anytime Thursday the third.
Let's do 9.
All right, I got you.
And then
Um,
keep winning this week. And I've got to take this call, but
yep, go ahead.
as soon as I get that one PCS sale, you'll be the first to know.
Awesome. All right, you go get that call. I will talk to you on the third.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye.
Bye.